Okay, so let's continue our course. Okay, I'm recording. Okay, so so may I have your monitor? Okay, so right now we are familiar with the keywords for data analytics. Okay, so head, tail, PD, dot, read CSV. If you want to import Excel file, Excel format, so you may use Google, Python, pandas, how to import Excel file. So you can just to ask Google to find the instructions. Okay. Later we have examples to how to import the Excel file. Excel file also we can use the pandas package to import the Excel format. Okay, so since we have to realize to know the basic informations and describe the data, okay, DF information. So with this function, so you may find the index for each variables. And also you may find the data type for each variables here. So int, it means integer. So here, these variables are integers. What is FOT? It means floating point. So what is the difference between integer and floating point? In Chinese, integer 就是整数, right? What is floating point? Real number, 实数, 有小数点的. So what else? So you may find a data type we call object, 物件. So what is object means is a category, 名目型. It's not a continuous variables. INT and floating point, so we call continuous variables, 连续型的变数. With object, so we call category variables. 名目型的变就是类别型的变数. Okay, it's not a continuous, not a numericals, 不是数值型的. So right now we may use these three types of the data, the data type. Okay, three types: integer, floating point, and also with object, which is category variables. And also you may find non-null. What is null? Missing value. So with the ship function, we know what is the dimension for the data set. 41,188, 4,1188笔的资料. Does any missing variable for each column? So you can use list function, information, to check is any missing value for each column, for each variables. So all variables are 41,188, all the same. 所以每一个资料都是多少？41,188笔. So it means there are not any missing variable for each variable. 表示没有遗漏值. So what is a missing value mean? A missing value is the data is missing, didn't have the value. Like if I have examples for the client, for the customers, the first customer, if he or she don't want to provide his age or her age, so there will be no variables for age. So there will be have one missing value for colors. So with this function, it's easy for you guys to check is any missing value for your variables. 懂了吗？你想想看，这边有21个变数 ，so there are 21 variables. It's a lot. And also, how many records for each? 你看，每一个都有41188笔的资料，有21个栏位。So just with only one instruction, it's easy for you guys to check is any missing value. Okay. So this is the basic instructions to get the basic information for our data set for analyzing. 好，看到没？这个就很简单了，对不对？一个指令的话，大概可以做很多的事情。Okay, so after we know the basic information for our data set, and then we have to know the statistic information. So we call describe 叙述性的统计。Okay, descriptive statistic, this one. Okay, in Chinese we call 叙述性统计。Okay, so with DF we just import, right? Describe. Please show me the descriptive information for each continue variables. Okay, so here only how many variables? Here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Maybe 10 of them. Okay, so with describe information, it only shows the continue variables for the descriptive statistic. Why? Because only with continue variables, 连续型的变数, we can calculate the count for each one. Okay, and also we can calculate the mean for each variables. But with object variables, it's impossible for us to check the average, right? 类别型的变数就没有办法去算这个平均值了，对不对？好， so you know how powerful for Python. With one instruction, it tells you a lot of information. If you want to check the average for the age, so you have to sum up all 41,000 ages, right? 去加总所有的，然后去除嘛，对不对 ？Okay. So it tells you the mean average for the age. Also the standard deviation 标准差，10个标准差，10岁的标准差。What is the minimum age for the age? 17. So it means the youngest customers is 17. 17岁。 在41188个客户里面，最小的年纪是多少？17岁。What is the old？ 最老的呢？98, almost 100. Okay, so please to take a look at the result for describe. So you may find some information from this function describe. 好 ，OK。好，就先到这里。好，这边呢，就我们来讲一下哈。你想想看，有几个变数？1、2、3，从这边可以看呐。So continue variables 有几个？1个、2个、3个、4个、5个、6、7、8、9、10。So there are 10 variables are continue variables. There's only continue variables. They can calculate the average for each variables. For category variable, it's impossible to calculate the average. 类别型的变数就没有办法去算平均值，也没有最大，也没有最小，对不对？你看到没有？为什么要选 Python？ So that's why we have to learn Python language. It's easy for you guys to do the data analytics, right? Only with one instructions, so you get some information. Okay, so with info, so we know the basic information for our data set. With describe information, this function, we get the descriptive statistic 叙述性的统计. So we know the range for each variables. 可以知道这个变数的范围 right? So the youngest is 17. The oldest is 98, 98岁. So what is the mean? The average age is 40. 40岁，对不对？这要你自己算的话，要算个半天，对不对？Okay, so let me do some data manipulations for each variables. Okay, so since DF you know is the data set we just import, right? So we keep all the information in DF, these variables. And you also know the color names for each one, right? If I want to describe to find the range for only one variables. Here, it will display all the continuous variables for you guys. If I want only to show one variables for duration, so you can use this format. So this format, it tells Python to show me durations variables. Okay, so you get only one variables information described for duration variables, which is this one. Okay, so you can use age. It's the same. Good. Okay, y, df y. So y, it means the target variables, right? It's not a continuous variables. Okay. 好，那你们接下来呢 ？So you can exercise with another variables as you like. 好，我们就自己练习一下。Okay, so you can do some exercise. You can use df dot color COL colors. 好来，我先等一看一下。With Jupyter Notebook, if you don't remember the function name, but you know part of the function name, you can use the function df dot colon, right? COL. Okay, it will automatically show the color. Okay, it's easy for you guys. Don't forget this one. Sorry. 那不用小括号 ，OK？ 啊，你们怎么用 ？So it's easy for you guys to just copy my source code, this one. To check. If you want to check so they are all category, right? So months, duration, so this one. Employee rate. Just replace age with employee variable rate. So you can get the result for this variable. 好，练习一下吧。